Hi there, welcome to Neppy Invest. We all love it when a company's share price starts to break out, particularly if we own some companies or some shares in that company. And in this video, I'm going to take a look at 5 small cap mining companies whose share price looks like it is currently breaking out or has been showing signs of breaking out over the past few weeks or past 5 months. A few of these companies I actually have never heard of before, and it's always exciting doing a little bit of research, just a little bit, of companies we have never heard of. Now, what do I mean by stock share price breaking out? The first thing I'm going to look for is like a consolidation period, or share price has been decreasing, and then all of a sudden we start to see the share price increasing, and hopefully when we see the share price starting to increase, there is larger volume coinciding with that increasing share price. And when that happens, that is telling us that the market has increased its interest in this company. And the most powerful sort of breakouts are those where the share price starts to increase on large volume and there's a catalyst behind it. And there's numerous forms of catalyst that can lead to a company's share price breaking out. But it doesn't always need to be a catalyst behind it. It could just be a simple shift in sentiment, or maybe what a company is doing, there's increased hype in their overall market behind that area of what they're doing. Simple as that. So let's get stuck into it. And the first company actually I'm going to talk about is currently in a trading hold. The share price increased over 50% last Friday, the 7th of January. Then the company shares went into a trading hold. So let's see why the company actually went into a trading hold. And that first company I want to talk about is Xantippe Resources. Xantippe, I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it, is either a small region or a small town in West Australia. If it is a small town, there might be a few people living there. I'm not sure they have any mining tenements in that area, and I'll discuss an acquisition they made recently in November. However, it was really interesting trading in regards to this company on Friday, the 7th of January, because the share price increased 57% on that day on fairly good volume. And then towards the end of the day, the company went into a trading halt. And the reason they went into a trading halt was because they wanted to release an announcement in relation to a material acquisition. Now, I don't want to be cynical, but the fact that the share price increased 57% on this day before they went into a trading hold does look a little bit suspicious, but I'm not going to be cynical here. Maybe there was other reasons behind it. But for Xantippe Resources, the true breakout in the share price actually happened in November last year, because if you look before November last year, the share price of this company was trading between 0.1 cent and about 0.4 cent. In particular, during 2021, it was trading between 0.1 and 0.3. Not a lot of interest in this company, particularly low volume for most of 2021. But on, I think it was near the start of November of last year, they announced they had acquired 2 lithium brine tenements in Argentina. And we did see increased interest in this company. And we can tell there was increased interest just because of the massive increase in volume from when they announced this announcement. And actually the share price did increase from 0.2 cents to around about 0.4 to 0.6 cents just before the share price increased 57% on Friday the 7th of January and finished at 1.1 cent. So this has been almost a 5 to 10 bagger for those who bought into this company before this announcement about the acquisition of these 2 lithium brine tenements. The next company I want to talk about is Whitecliff Minerals. And just like Xantippe, Whitecliff went into a trading halt towards the end of trading on 7th of January, but it was for different reasons. ASX gave Whitecliff Minerals a price query. Actually, it was a price and volume query. And sometimes when a company doesn't release any news flow and ASX sees the share price breaking out on high volume, they want to know why. Maybe the company hasn't released some news that they should have by now, and maybe there is some loose lips, and that's why the share price is increasing. So on the 7th of January, Whitecliff Minerals share price increased 19% before they went into a trading halt. and they're still in trading halt as I speak, and more than likely the management is putting together some answers to these questions by the ASX. Now, in saying all that, this company on the 23rd of November 2021 acquired some rare earth and lithium projects. So these are two areas that are quite important right now. So we all know about lithium, but also rare earth is also important area to be getting into, because the majority of rare earths are mined or controlled by China. So it's considered one of the most strategic commodities there is at the moment. And that's why Lynas Resources share price has gone off the charts over the past few years. So do a bit of research in rare earths. Maybe this is one of the reasons why the market is getting excited by White Cliffs right now, also because of the lithium projects. And we have seen the share price increase from 0.16 cents to 2.5 cents over 3 trading days. And this looks like a very typical breakout in a share price. We've seen share price increase quite substantially over a few trading days on high volume. So even though there hasn't been a catalyst, there could have been the catalyst on the 25th of November last year, and the market is just waking up to White Cliff Minerals story at this point in time. Wiluna Mining, if that is to pronounce this company's name, is an interesting case. This is a mid-tier gold producer in West Australia, and there's really been no breakout catalyst for this company. And more than likely, the share price of Wiluna is closely correlated to gold prices, probably not 100% correlated, because this does not look like the gold price chart. However, we have seen a long period of consolidation for this company's share price, going all the way back to April, May of this year, where the share price has been going sideways. And one of the things I really look for in these sort of setups is 3 moving averages I've displayed on this chart, which is the 25, 50, and 100-day exponential moving averages coming together. And that is telling us when those moving averages come together, there is decreasing volatility. And whenever you see decreasing volatility, it increases the possibility of a breakout in the share price in maybe not the near term, but in the future, because whenever there's decreased volatility, eventually you're going to see a bit of an increase in volatility. And possibly we've just seen this happen with this company over the last 4 trading days. The one negative thing about Wiluna's potential breakout is lack of volume. So I would have liked to see a little bit higher volume, and that would be good confirmation the share price of this company is breaking out right now. The fourth company I want to talk about is Castle Minerals. Their ticker code is CDT. In fact, I haven't mentioned the other company's ticker codes. So Xantippe is XTC. No, not the band. It's just the ticker code. White Cliffs is WCN, and Wiluna is WMC. Castle Minerals, this is one of the companies I've actually never heard of before. And again, no catalyst. In fact, they did receive a price query from the ASX in regards to one of their big updates in the past. Now, this company is into lithium and graphite. They do have lithium and graphite projects alongside gold projects and base metal projects. So they're sort of dipping their toes in everything when it comes to commodities, well, mining sort of commodities, because commodities also includes stuff like corn, wheat, and beef, that sort of thing. So when I say commodities, mostly I'm referring to metals and that sort of thing. Anyway, this company's share price has been in a nice developing uptrend since about October of last year, when the share price was about 1.4 cents. We saw a really nice update on increased volume at the start of November. On that day, the share price increased from 1.9 cents to 2.6 cents. Then we saw the share price sort of consolidate, and then over the last 5 to 7 trading days, the share price has increased from 2.6 cents to as high as 4.4 cents, and again on increasing volume. So this is exactly what you want to see for a company's share price on breaking out. Even though there's been no catalyst, when the share price starts to increase, we're seeing increasing volume. When the share price pulls back, we actually see decreasing volume, and that's actually really healthy. That's exactly what you want to see when a company's share price is breaking out. That increasing volume when it's going up, decreasing volume when it's going down. The last company I want to discuss in this video is also the baby of all these companies, because M3 Mining, ticker code M3M, only listed on the ASX in July of last year. That's why this particular chart doesn't look too long, because there's not a lot of data right now. But over the past 5 to 6 months since they listed, the share price has been going up. In fact, it's gone from about 18.5 to 20 cents all the way to a current share price of around 39 to 40 cents. So the share price has doubled over the past 5 to 6 months. So listed in late July last year. They are a gold and copper explorer. And again, just like some other companies in this list, there actually has been no catalyst. And just about 4 days ago, we did see the share price increase from 28 cents to 40 cents in 1 day on high volume. And more than likely, they did receive an ASX price query in regards to that. Over the next 3 trading days, share price has gone sideways and the volume has dropped back, which again is very important. There's been no selling of these company shares, even though share price increased by a significant amount. That's telling us no sellers, and if we start to see increasing buyers, the share price will then take off again, just like we see with other types of breakouts, like we've seen with Castle Mining or Minerals over the past few months. So another interesting company to look at. Again, it's an exploring company, but there is a little bit of interest in M3 Mining at this point in time, just by looking at the chart and looking at the last 4 trading days. That is all I have for this video on these 5 small cap mining companies who does look like the share price could be breaking out over the last few weeks, last few months. If you have any questions about any of these companies, or maybe you can clarify, maybe you know a lot about one of these companies and you'd like to clarify some of my comments, I'd love to hear what you have to say, because as I mentioned earlier in this video, some of these companies I had never heard of before, and I did a very small amount of research on these 5 companies. So I'd love to hear your thoughts, love to hear your questions, your comments. So leave in the comment section of this video. Otherwise, I'm not a financial advisor. If you do need financial advice, make sure you seek out someone who is qualified and can speak to your own financial needs. That's it for this video. Have a good day. Bye.